Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for Channel Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the westbourne of Airfield and it's under the command of UKSkaface. Well, this Arty is probably one of the favourites, or second favourites you might say, of many Arty players. Mainly because it's got a very good gun, and of course that turret means it can fire over a very wide arc at the enemy. Game started. Now this Arty is based on the M46 pattern. In fact, actually they used the M47 pattern as well, just depending on which pattern tank was being built at the time as to which one they ended up with as being the donor vehicle, the chassis that was used by the for the Arty. They actually used this in Vietnam, this Arty. And he's set up in a bush. Now he's got the 8-inch gun, the 8-inch howitzer, and that's got 1050 alpha and penetrates 52mm of armor. But it does take a long time to load, 35.44 seconds. You can see how UKSkaface anticipated the enemy would come around that corner, and they didn't. But he's found another target, a Noobs, and he's trying to work out where he's headed. Oh, found an even more important target there, an Object 277. Dialing in. Rounds out, looks good. It hits the hill. It hits the ground at the ridgeline ahead of him, and that's RNG, I'm afraid, because that was perfectly dialed in. That should have hit the Object 277 easily, but all it did instead was made a hole in the ground. But he's reloading. He's got 20 rounds. Let's see how he gets on with those 20. There's an SU-101 up on that hill somewhere. He was seen briefly. And the UDES has come back and now he's over on the other side of Temple Mount. We're loaded. We're almost dialed in. Rounds out. This looks good. It is good. 448 hit points. That was a lightly armoured medium tank. Samur went down. He took a big hit as well from an FV4005. And now we've found that there's a bunch of enemy tanks on that area of the Temple Mount. And there's their Death Star, their ship barn. And we're dialing in on him, even though we've still got a few seconds before we'll be ready to shoot. That ship barn's not going to go away now that the Wizzy 111 Model 5A's there. Okay, we're loaded. Rounds out. And the shell explodes just further on from the Wizzy 111. Doesn't hit the 4005. In fact, it went nowhere near it, which is surprising. I think it was probably still within the reticule, but it was right at the edge of it. And it was fully dialed in, so it's a bit surprising that the shell would end up there. Not getting good RNG at the moment. Well, that Pershing is a good target. If he stays where he is, we'll put a round right up his posterior. Shoot him in the ass. 479 hit points. It's a very near miss on his rear. And the Pantera's putting rounds into him. He'll die in the next shot. Yep, he's gone. Okay, on the other side of Temple Mount, we saw a Progetto just for a moment. It's the 46, the Tier 8 version. There's a Skoda T50 sitting in that corner trying to stop our guys from using the bushes at the top. But I don't think we've got any guys up there apart from, is that, what, an E50? There's the Progetto. Progetto's a nice weakly armoured medium tank. This would be very good for us if we can get him. He's pushing up to try and get a shot in again. And right onto his rear. 372. Good shot. He's taking damage. So we're getting stun assist. So UKSkaface has racked up 1.359. Well, 1.3k so far. And 1k of stun assist. Next target's a VK4502. But we're still at least 10 seconds away. But he's using that wreck there for cover. So he's going to sit there until, of course, UKSkaface hits him with a round. And then, of course, he'll realise not a smart move. Rounds out. Direct hit. 423 hit points from that one. And now he's a one-shot, and he's being killed. Our Geschutzwagen Tiger Porsche got a kill shot on him. Progetto's moved, and he's now in the centre of Temple Mount. And we've got nobody over there to spot him directly, but we do have guys nearby. Now, there's the Death Star over on the other side of the map. I should have mentioned right at the start of this game, it is a tier 10 game, so UKSkaface is going to earn extra XP for all the tier 10s he hits. Rounds out on the Death Star. Hits the rock face. I think that would have shielded the Death Star from the worst effects of that shell, but it looks like a shell from one of our teammates actually hit the target. I think that was from the GW Tiger P. Now, if we did stun him, we might have picked up some stun assist off that. And the enemy are losing a lot of tanks. They're 4 down now. We're going after the SU-101, and we're only a few seconds away from shooting. Fully dialed in. Rounds out straight away. Direct hit. Again, we can't see him, so we don't know how much damage we did, but it must have been considerable because it would have hit the front of the vehicle, and that's where the engine is. No sign of the Death Star. It would be worth firing a shot in there, but the SU-101's come into sight again. And oh yes, he's lost a lot of hit points. He's down to just 25% now. That potentially makes him a one-shot if we can get it on target. Rounds out. This looks good. Goes long. RNG said no again. UKSkaface is not having a good battle when it comes to RNG. He's having to fight against the system. Pretty sure that SU-101's still up there though, because he knows that we've got enemy tanks in heavy alleys, so he's going to have to counter them. Meanwhile, we've got an Object 416, I think, moving into the enemy territory, and he's just found and killed, or actually it was our GW Tiger P who just killed the M40, M43 on the enemy team, and the M40, M43 also killed our ship barn at the same time, so it looks like there was one kill after the other there quickly. Got a Waffenträger auf Panzer IV using that corner to lay shots onto our guys, helping his SU-101. There's the Object 430U from the enemy team. Killed our 416. Charioteer's moving up, so he's going to see that guy soon. But he did pull away from that position, so I don't think he's going to be there anymore. Okay, the SU-101's up on the heights. Now he's just a smoking wreck. So I guess the two most important targets at the moment, or the three most important targets, are their Object 430U, their Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, and of course that Death Star. We still don't know where the 212A is. He wasn't spotted. He might be up in the northeast corner of the map. Charioteer's looking. Yes, he must be up. Oh no, there he is! We're dialed in, rounds out straight away, and kill shot. And that is UKSkaface's first kill of the game. But the Charioteer also found the Object 430U, and this does not look good. 430U went in for the ram, and he's taken out our Charioteer. But it's now 7 tanks versus 3. Okay, we've got the AMX-50 120 near their cap, but I think he's having a quick look to see if he can find that Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. Going back to where the Death Star was last seen, I don't think he'll be there anymore. I'm pretty sure he would have pulled back. If anything, he's going to be over in that corner. I was very surprised that the 212A stood in that corner, but the Waffenträger is still where he's been for the past past few minutes. I wouldn't normally advise going to a spot where UKSkaface is gone, because it limits your field of fire. You've got brick walls or rock walls nearby. The Object 430U just took out our M53 120. We fired anticipating him continuing moving on, and he didn't. He stopped and pulled back. I think he sold us a dummy. Okay, so we're reloading and relocating. There's no Arty, so we don't have to worry about counter battery anymore, but what we do have to worry about is what that 430U might decide to do next. It's now 6 versus 3, so we outnumber them 2 to 1. But that 430U is doing very well indeed. He's got 4 kills. He's playing very aggressively. And UKSkaface has only got 7 rounds left. Ferdinand has arrived at the spot where the Death Star was last seen. He's not there, so he must have moved into the northeast corner. They can only have gone there. If he tried to cut across to the south, he would have been spotted. So I think UKSkaface was right to fire in this direction earlier, because he's probably hiding behind that bush somewhere. There's the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. Popped into view, took a shot and pulled back again. But we can splash him. If he moves forward, when it was close to the aim point, that more than likely would have splashed the Waffenträger, at least stunned him. Haven't seen that Object 430U for a while. I always get concerned when we don't see a dangerous player for a while, because he's probably up to something. UKSkaface has indicated to the E50 that he's looking still near the cap, near where the Object 430 was last seen. But again, I don't think he's there. I believe he's probably pulled away. The Waffenträger is still near the spot that he was last seen. He likes that spot. And there's the 430. Yes, he did move. Sitting up on top of the hill. Probably thought that he could overlook the cap and also look for anybody coming up by the south route. Lining up a shot, hoping we can get up one into him, but we lost sight of him temporarily. E50's going up onto that hill. It's going to be difficult for the 430 to get away once the E50's in position. T62's to the south. They found him. Okay, T62 put a round into him. We're going for it. Rounds out. He was on fire. That stunned him. He's taking more damage, so we've got some stun assist. E50 will go around the corner and finish him off. Why the E50 is taking so long, I don't know. But he's got him. So it's only 2 left on the enemy team. And we've gone back to the corner where the Waffenträger was last seen. I must admit, a bit surprised that Object 430U didn't take the initiative and drive along the south edge of the map to try and find the enemy Arty and deal with them. But we found the Death Star. He did move away from the position, but it looks like he moved not into the northeast corner, but elsewhere. We fired a round in. Oh my gum! That stunned our Ferdinand as much as it stunned the Death Star. It was not on target. It was actually on the centre of the rock. And I don't know why UKSkaface did that. But even so, there's no team damage anymore. You do need to be careful. You don't accidentally stun your own teammates, because you could lose your high calibers. You could lose, also you could lose the game. The Death Star just got wiped out by the GW Tiger P, and our team is now capping, so this game is going to be over fairly shortly. Only 10 seconds to go. Don't think we're going to get any more chance for any more shots. And the Waffenträger just got killed by the T62A, so game over and capped out. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for UKSkaface in the M53, M55, and in fact it's his first ace tanker in this tank, in this Arty. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15, and he got a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And the win rate for that game was 2,983, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team scores. Didn't get the highest damage. That went to the Object 430U. He picked up the high caliber for 5,535 hit points of damage. And in fact, I think he probably could have done a lot better if he decided to relocate. If he'd gone along the south edge of the map, he probably could have taken out both of the Arty and also possibly take out that Panzer or Tiger as well that was guarding the our cap. But he didn't, and that I think was a bit of a mistake by him. But we can see that the next highest scorer was the T62A with 3,264 hit points, and after that it was UKSkaface with 2,866. When it came to kills, it was shared between T62A and the Object 430U. Both got 4 kills. The GW Tiger P managed to get 3, and the Ship Barn managed 2. Unfortunately, UKSkaface only got the 1 kill during that game, but he did hit a lot of the enemy in the process. And when it came to base XP, he was definitely at the top with 1,091, and that's because, of course, he was tier 9 in a tier 10 game. He was hitting more of the enemy than anyone else, so obviously he picked up a lot of damage on higher tier opponents. 945 XP for the T62A and 907 for the E50. He fired 16 rounds in that game, got 4 direct hits, no penetrations, 13 splash, damage of 2,866 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 1, so there's a 9 difference there. That's why he qualified for the Confederate. And he also got 2,557 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 54,243 credits, and he got 50,000 credits from Veni Vidi Vici, so his total 104,243. And after ammunition resupply, and these shells are expensive, he still took away a massive profit of 74,323 credits. He picked up 1 bond for the Confederate, and 1,636 XP times 2 for the first victory. Same again for the personal reserve, took away 4,909 experience points altogether. So, very nice to get his first ace in the M53, M55. It's a fun Arty to play. It can do a huge amount of damage, and it's also one of the few Artys that actually does have gun depression. So if you do actually happen to shotgun somebody, or you need to shotgun them, you can shoot them over a ridgeline. I know a lot of players haven't actually had the need to do it, but it means that you can move up on the enemy and get into fairly risky positions and still be very effective. So congratulations on your first ace tanker. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so you get alerted when we put a new video up. We try to put up at least 4 a day. We sometimes put up more. It means more work for me. In fact, it means that often I can't play the game because my computer's on 24 hours a day uploading new replays to YouTube. And that's why our channel has so many. So, yep, do stay tuned. Thanks for watching.